Hello and welcome to the Daily Dose of Safety with Dr. Charlie Cartwright. So today I want to talk about words and actions and how important they are in your leadership with your people and your teams. And I've got this interesting background here. This is one of my favorite video games growing up when I was in middle school and then high school was Asteroids. It's still one of my favorite games to play whenever I get a chance. A lot of fun. It's very simple. And the key is, you're in this little spaceship and the asteroids are all around you. And of course, you have to blow up the asteroids before they hit your ship and blow it up. And then every once in a while, there's an alien, flying saucer here that'll try to come in and shoot at you. And so you've got to avoid those and blow those up if you can too. And the more asteroids you blow up, break apart, the more points you get, so on and so forth. But any asteroid, anything touches you, your ship blows apart and it's over. So, I thought a lot about this and the words that we say, right? The actions that we take, the words that we say, as leaders, we got our little team, it's really like that spacecraft. We got to protect our team, right? We do that through our training, through the things we say to motivate and inspire and teach them, right? And influence them to do the right things when no one's around, when no one's watching, right? That's the key. However, the words that we say when they're not around are as important, if not more important, as the words that we say to them when they're in the room. And when we say negative things about our people, it's like this asteroid field, as leaders, we're supposed to protect our people from danger, right? But when we say things that are not positive when they're not around, we're actually creating the very asteroids, right, that we're looking to protect them from. So when those asteroids float around, and if they hit your ship, hit your team, it can blow it apart, literally, right? So you've got to assume as leaders is anything you say is going to it's out there floating in space and it's going to come back around, right? So we don't need to be creating more hazards for our team. We don't need to be creating these asteroids that are going to come up and come in and blow up relationships, blow up our team, and blow up all the hard work that we put in to build rapport, to build relationships, to build trust. And it's so easy to do, to make that mistake. And I think it's a fairly common mistake. Uh, Frankly. And so when we're having private conversations with our team, that's not a conversation to go home and talk to your wife about. That's not a conversation to go home and talk to your husband about, right? Because again, when you do that, you're creating these asteroids, they're floating out there, and someday it'll come back and it'll hit your ship. And when it does, it can be disastrous. So, if anything, anytime we're talking about one of our teammates when they're not around, it needs to be positive. Okay. So that's floating out there. So then when that comes back and lands home, it's even more powerful than when you're standing straight in front of them because they know, hey, when I'm not around, you've got positivity that you're putting out in their behalf, saying about them. Right. And if there are challenging conversations that we need to have, then we need to have it with that individual, right? One on one in a room, and it needs to stay between you and them, right? And when we do that, we're going to build the type of trust and create the type of culture that ultimately keeps people safe, right? Because again, we can't lead them if they don't trust us. And one of the quickest ways to break someone's trust is to say something behind their back that gets back to them that's negative. And when that happens, it's going to be very hard to repair that relationship. So that's my message for today. I hope this finds you well. And until next time, take care.